What up, WINBUSH here. And recently I was working on a client project and I was working on this material and I accidentally came across this effect that you're seeing right here. So if I'm gonna be honest, I'm doing this tutorial for myself because I wanted to recreate the steps to make something like this in case I wanted to do this again in the future. So to get started, we're gonna create a brand new material, come down here to the content browser, left click, then I'm going to come up here and let's make a new material. The first thing I want to do is click on this node right here. And then I want to come over here to where it says blend mode and where it says opaque. I'm going to left click and we're going to click on translucent. Now I wrote everything down. So I'm just going to show you the nodes that I did to get to this. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to type in multiply. Then I'm going to select multiply. And the reason I'm not doing shortcut keys, and just in case anybody's new to this, they'll be able to follow along. So I'm going to connect this to the base, to the emissive color, and to the opacity. Now the next thing I want to do is add color. So I'm going to right click again and I'm going to type in vector 3. And we should see at the top where it says constant vector 3. So we're going to select this one and we're going to connect this top slot to the A slot right there. And then we're going to double click on the black box right here. Now I already know the code for the blue I want to use, but you can use any color here that you want. So I'm going to click on OK. Now the next node we want to use is a tangent. So again, I'm going to right click. And when you start typing in TAN, you should see the one that we want is right here. So tangent, and then I'm going to connect this to the B slot, but you might notice it's going to pop up with an error. Just ignore that for right now. So I'm going to right click inside of my material graph just to move it over. And now I'm going to right click again and I'm going to type in add. So right here where it says add under math, I'm going to left click on this. Then I'm going to collect this node right to this node here. And then I'm going to do the next slot for the B slot first. So I'm going to right click down here. I'm going to type in time, left click on this. I'm going to connect the time to the B slot. Now you're going to start seeing flashing in our sphere over here, and that's okay because we're about to add some noise now. So I'm going to right click over here and I'm just going to type in noise. And right here under utility, we want to click on this first noise. Now I'm going to move this over a tad bit and I'm going to connect this node to the A slot right there. And now you see that we have some noise grain going on in there, in which if you watch my previous tutorial, we used a still for the noise grain. But if you want to use like a normal noise grain, this is the way that you would do it. But going back to it, if I come over here instead of my details panel, right here where it says function, I want to left click on simple and I want to come down here to Veroni. Now it's still going to look like noise, and that's because we want to come down here and scale out some of these attributes. So speaking of scale, this first one right here, instead of 1, I'm going to do 0.01. Now you can see we're starting to get that original fractured look that I had originally in our example. And then for level scale, I put it up to 3. But you could go ahead and play around with all these attributes. Like these are the ones that I used for my example there. And these are the ones that I was happy with. But as you can see, you can play around with these until you get your desired effect. So I'm going to come up here to the top left. I'm just going to click on save. And then let me delete the sphere. I'm just going to maybe start with a cube. So I'm going to bring in a cube into my scene. So with the cube inside of my scene now, I'm going to take this new material, left click, drag it over here under the materials, under the details panel. And now we can see that we have that effect on our cube. Now again, I created this by mistake, just experimenting around, but I wanted to recreate these steps so I wouldn't forget in the future. So hopefully this helps out some other artists out there that want to create something similar. So if it did, make sure you leave me a comment down below. And until next time, stay fresh, keep creating, and I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe. Take care.